What up, you two? Flash Speaks quick video. This is really addressed to a lot of in particular, NFC's fans like Cowboys. It's in particular because, listen, they are probably disappointed in their team, not making many moves and so on. And what do we expect them to say? They're not going to come out here and praise the Eagles for anything like that. They're going to act like it's not a big deal to have Saquon Barkley. They're going to act like it's not a big deal to sign Devin White. It's just, Eagles just signing any old body and all that kind of stuff. They do this every year and it doesn't work, blah, 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 right? So I'm not surprised that they're doing that. But make no mistake, it is hate. It is hate. But I will say this in all seriousness. It is true that going out and signing a bunch of guys doesn't always work. That is true. And sometimes, sitting on what you have, taking stock of what you do have and securing the guys that you do have can be a formula that works. We see the Chiefs don't make a lot of moves in free agency. And that's their way. Maybe the Dallas Cowboys ownership feel like, they want to follow the path of, teams like that. Remember when the Patriots were on top, they didn't always every season go out and do a whole bunch of, make a lot of moves in free agency. So maybe they think, they're following, something similar to that. Or maybe they think they're on their own. They're geniuses on their own and they don't have to follow the blueprint set by anyone but themselves. Whatever the case may be, your fan base is definitely hating. That's for sure. This is what I say. Personally, I couldn't care less what the Dallas Cowboys do unless they do add people that I know are going to be dangerous. All I know is that the Philadelphia Eagles, when we look at the way that team looked last year, and especially down the stretch, the Eagles had to make those types of moves this year, without a doubt. That last game against Tampa Bay, and then I can add to it the Giants game and as well as the Cardinals game, where we lost to teams that are clearly inferior talent-wise, that were inferior all year. I'm talking about teams that weren't even in position to make the playoffs, to look like not competitive against them. There was no excuse for that. So there had to be wholesale changes made, because there's a particular mentality and a particular mindset that has somehow crept into the team that you just got to get rid of. All those guys that are afraid to tackle, that are just doing one-arm attempts at tackles and diving and missing guys and not wanting to be physical and all that kind of stuff, all of that has to go. So the Philadelphia Eagles, without a doubt, you add a guy from the Jets, from that physical defense, you add a Chauncey Gardner-Johnson he's just too dumb to know to believe he can get injured, right? So he throws his body all over the place. That type of mentality you need. Then you add a guy from the 49ers. I don't even know if he's that good or not or whatever, or the Saints or whatever, but we know they from physical defenses and physical programs. So just from the mental standpoint, the Philadelphia Eagles improved their team. That was absolutely necessary. And then Saquon Barkley, really. Now, if you want to act like picking up Saquon Barkley is no big deal, and that he was not this great a running back and all that, now you just hating. You just hating, and you're hating. Because when you look at the New York Giants, they were a team that, only a running back the caliber of Saquon Barkley could actually get 1,000 yards with an offensive line that is as porous as theirs was over the last couple of years. And it's stupid to act like because Saquon Barkley didn't kill the Dallas Cowboys with the Giants that he won with the Eagles. That's dumb. That don't make any damn sense. And that with the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line and offensive line coach, Jeff Stoutland, it's going to be a completely different story, right? Y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that. And then the other thing you got to worry about, you can sit there and try to justify that, the lack of moves on the part of the Cowboys doesn't bother you. That's all cool. But what about the players on the team? What about the Micah Parsons who keep saying and putting it out there that he wants guys to go in, that he wants an organization that is aggressive, that he wants an organization that's going to go out there and sign guys? What about his displeasure with some of his teammates that he implies at different times? I'm not going to say he completely threw guys under the bus, but he implies certain things, right? What about that? What about him tweeting every damn time the Eagles make a move? tweeting about Saquon moving, all that kind of stuff. That's the things you got to worry about when it's time to sit down and negotiate whether or not you're going to keep a Micah Parsons, whether or not you're going to keep a CeeDee Lamb, how much you're going to pay him. These are the things that all them guys might put into account. If I was Dallas Cowboys, honestly, I probably would have made a move and got Justin Fields or somebody like that. That's the type of stuff I would have done, because there ain't no way I would have paid Dak Prescott. I'm not saying Dak Prescott is a bad quarterback, but I think, really, Dak is kind of showing you what you're going to get from him. You know what I'm saying? Good quarterback, but he still hasn't gotten over the top at this point in his career. And we talking about 10 years. You haven't won more than 2 playoff games in a year, and y'all just still believe in this dude for whatever reason. And look, that's y'all business, man. I know in Philly we'd be different when it comes to that type of thing. We don't have the graciousness and the patience that y'all dudes might have. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, we're gonna see y'all in September, okay? And look, Eagles still got a lot of moves to make. We got the draft coming up, so we're gonna see what happens with that. We still got to see if these coaches are. Well, we kind of know who they are. I can't say if they're any good. I mean, we'll see the effect that they have on the team, and we're gonna see y'all. Peace.